Hello again, everybody. Welcome to USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. It's time for this week's news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. Well, the eyes of the wrestling community were focused on Cleveland, Ohio this past weekend as the U.S. Open Wrestling Championships and the Men's FILA Junior National Championships were held in Public Hall. The U.S. Open is the national championships for Olympic caliber wrestlers. Action was intense as our nation's best athletes battled for national titles. The top 7 finishers in each weight class qualified for June's U.S. World Team Trials in Oklahoma City. We start with the men's freestyle competition, which featured 4 first-time national champions. Perhaps the biggest surprise came at 145 pounds, when the number 8 seed Tian Ware won the gold medal, defeating 2-time world medalist Kerry Colat in the finals 0-1, 5-0, 1-1. Colat, who is now 37 years old, wrestled for the first time in 2 years and was unseeded. Ware also beat 2010 World Team member Brent Metcalf in the quarterfinals. He doubled up on honors, being named the U.S. Open Freestyle Outstanding Wrestler, as well as the Mat.com Wrestler of the Week.
I got that first match, it was slow, but then got the train rope, And like I said, I can wrestle with any of those dudes. Everybody sees it as a surprise. No, like I said, I can wrestle with that guy. And he just knows how to get a lot of guys tired. I was trying to, the front headlock, I was trying to get to the front headlock, hold him there, and then tried to come under and try to get a pin. But he was too athletic and scrambled with us.
Capturing his first U.S. Open title was 2009 world bronze medalist Tervel Dolognev. Tervel stopped 2008 Olympian Steve Mocco in the 264-pound freestyle finals 3-0, 1-0. Dolognev won a very competitive heavyweight division that featured 4 past U.S. World or Olympic team members.
I'm glad I'm sitting out. This is my first time doing this, so it should be interesting adjusting to it at the trials, but I'm excited. I think me, Les, Steve, and Tommy all have a chance to medal, so whoever comes out of this weight class, better be planning on winning it, and I know I am. Train for everyone, just trying to train to refine my own skills, not really thinking about what they're doing, and wrestle.
Another first-time winner was the exciting 163-pounder Jordan Burroughs. Jordan won the U.S. Open just weeks after capturing his second career NCAA Division I title for Nebraska and receiving the Hodge Award as well. Burroughs defeated Nick Maribel in the championship finals 1-0, 3-0. Burroughs was successful with his takedown attacks on the way to his title.
It was a short turnaround. I took a week off for spring break, and I've only been training for 2 weeks, so definitely a short turnaround. I haven't wrestled freestyle in 3 years. He's strong. He's one of the strongest people I've ever wrestled. He's a great position, and I knew I had to get him opened up just for one. I know I'm great on defense, and he had to come after me, so let's try to score when I can. I got a lot of time now to practice and get better, so I'm definitely excited.
While winning for the first time at 132 pounds was past World University silver medalist Reese Humphrey, who defeated 2009 World Team member Sean Bunch 0-4, 1-0, 2-0. Humphrey and Bunch trained together at the Ohio Regional Training Center. Humphrey also scored a big semifinal win over 2006 World silver medalist Mike Zadek.
I figured a lot about how to stay more aggressive when I went on a trip overseas to Belarus, and I went 0-1, and Sean won the whole thing. So that was a huge motivator because I know how close it is in practice. And so for me to go 0-1, I said, I got to change something. So I changed a lot of my wrestling, working a lot harder, changed a lot of my diet, made the weight the easiest I've ever made it, and it all paid off.
2009 world silver medalist Jake Herbert won his 3rd straight U.S. Open title by edging past NCAA champion Keith Gavin in the freestyle finals at 185 pounds 2-2, 3-2. Well, it was a rematch of last year's World Team Trials where Herbert won there as well.
I knew that, I always know when there's short time on the clock and I'm down, I need a takedown, I can always get it. It seems like when I'm on the attack and I'm going, nobody can stop me. It's just a matter of doing that the whole time. I've known Keith, since me, him, and McKnight were all in the room in Fargo, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. But give him a call, we worked out together. We would wrestle for 10 world championships, for the world championships of the world all the time. So, I guess you could say this is a perfect storm making up for him.
At 121 pounds, Sam Hazewinkle came out strong early to beat Troy Nickerson 6-0, 4-3 in the finals. It was Hazewinkle's first U.S. Open title in freestyle after winning the Greco-Roman national titles in 2005 and 2007. He switched styles 2 years ago with incredible results.
It was awesome. It felt good. I needed this win. For me and for my family, my friends, everybody's been praying for me. It's just, there's a lot of emotion this year. I like the way it went, you know. I have to, but I mean, I made some mistakes and we got to correct those, but overall I can't complain.
2009 World Team member Jake Varner had a dominant performance at 211 pounds. In the finals, he controlled Dan Erickson 7-0, 5-0. Varner only allowed 1 point to be scored on him the entire tournament. It was his second career U.S. Open title.
You know, it felt good to get out here and wrestle in an environment like this. I hadn't in a while. And just it's a good tournament to get ready for a tournament like the trials. And I've been there before and know what to expect, so it's just good. You got to wrestle in the mini tournament, the trials. You got to wrestle in it, you know. You just build your momentum there. If you're automatically in the finals, you know, you still got to build your momentum up and be ready for it.
Now in the team race, the New York Athletic Club won the title among national clubs ahead of runner-up Sunkist Kids. And in the team standings for regional clubs, training centers, well, the Ohio RTC won the title there, followed by the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. In the U.S. Open Greco-Roman competition, veteran stars dominated the action, with 5 of the champions having won the event in the past. 2002 world champion Dramel Byers won his 9th U.S. Open title, defeating U.S. Army teammate Tim Taylor in the 264-pound finals 2-0, 1-0. Byers beat Taylor in the 2008 Olympic Team Trial Finals and the 2010 World Team Trial Finals as well. Byers also has won world silver and bronze medals.
It feels pretty good. It just I think I've got a lot more work to do, you know, and just still proving myself. And that's a good feeling. I'm real pleased with the way things are turning out, but there's a lot more work ahead, so can't dwell on them. My semifinals match, you know, was finally there's a kid out here willing to push the pace, and I don't remember his name, but he was trying to bring it.
Two-time world bronze medalist Justin Lester made a triumphant return to his home state in defeating his U.S. Army teammate Glenn Garrison 2-2, 1-0 to win the 145-pound title. Lester from nearby Akron won the U.S. Open for the 3rd time.
Well, this is good. This is it's all the benchmarks I've made. This is one of them. Win a national title. It's going to springboard me to the World Team Trials. It just lets me know I can't back off. I just had a close match. I don't want close matches like that. It's Garrison's tough as nails, but I got to distance myself from these guys, and this just shows me I got to put more work in.
2005 world bronze medalist Justin Ruiz claimed his 7th U.S. Open title, defeating #1 seed Robbie Smith in the 211-pound finals by a score of 1-0, 0-1, 4-0. Ruiz was 5th at the 2010 World Championships.
I mean, the second period, I felt like I didn't have my lock tight enough. Third period, I felt like I got a little tighter, was able to get the angle and get that last score. So it just came down, I needed to turn and I got it. I'm having fun, I love it, you know. I've been doing it for so long, and my ultimate goal is to win an Olympic championship, and haven't been able to do that yet. And so that's what I'm training for. I want to make an Olympic team.
2008 Olympian Spencer Mango put on quite a show with spectacular throws in a 6-0, 6-0 tech fall over Paul Telgren in 121-pound finals. Mango won the U.S. Open for the 3rd time and was named the outstanding wrestler in Greco-Roman.
It feels great. I've only had a little over a month to prepare for this. Actually less than that when you count the weight cutting. So, you know, this one's been a little bit tougher for me to get ready for, to prepare. But, you know, it's still great getting the victory. It's great, you know, Harry Lester's there, Nate Ingles there, all those guys, Marco Lara, Jeremiah Davis. I went to school with them in Northern Michigan for years anyway, so it's kind of just like a big reunion, and we're all back together again on the same team.
Joe Betterman won his 2nd U.S. Open title after defeating 2-time U.S. World Team member Jeremiah Davis in the 132-pound finals. Betterman was a 2007 U.S. World Team member.
I've been preparing for this match. Jeremiah's had a last good 2 years, but you know, with not being 100% last year, I've been preparing to win all the tournaments, and so far won 6 out of 8. So I'm not guaranteed, and I still have to go through the tournament. The way I see it, this is just a stepping stone. Trials is a stepping stone. My ultimate goal is to win the World Championships.
First-time U.S. Open champion Ben Provisor knocked off 2010 World Team member Jake Fisher 1-0, 2-0 in the 163-pound finals. Provisor made 3 U.S. Junior World Teams before making his mark on the senior level.
I rested my hardest on my feet, and then in parterre I took advantage of. I think I'm real good in parterre, and helped me out greatly to win the match. I practice with him every day. He's a great guy. He's a hard worker, and I know what he does. And you gotta study your opponents to be the best, and I did just that, and it worked out for me.
Stay tuned. We'll continue our look at Greco-Roman action after this short timeout.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Excellence like this takes a lifetime to achieve. So when athletes you've been watching all your life reach for world levels of competition, why not spend some quality time and just enjoy the show? Don't miss the 2011 U.S. World Team Trials, June 9th through 11th in Oklahoma City. Brought to you by ASICS, the official sponsor of USA Wrestling's national teams. Reserve your tickets now.
Jordan Holm won his first U.S. Open title by defeating 2010 U.S. Open champion Cheney Haight in the 185-pound finals.
I think I've always had a lot of endurance. I like to say I don't get tired, and I like to pay attention to detail. I try to be as coachable as I can be. Just been picking the minds of a lot of different guys in the last year, really talking to them, trying to figure out what works for them. Even if I'm not talking to them, I'm paying attention to what they're doing, paying attention to the winners out there, and trying to learn from them.
On the team standings, the U.S. Army won the Division I team title, placing ahead of runner-up New York Athletic Club. In Division II, well, that team race was tight. The Sunkist Kids edged Minnesota Storm for the team trophy. The women's freestyle division also featured 5 past champions who were able to secure 2011 U.S. Open titles. A featured final came at 138 pounds when 2010 world silver medalist Elena Paraskova edged 2-time world champion Christy Davis 1-0-1-0 in the finals. Paraskova won both periods from the clinch. Paraskova won this event for the 3rd straight year. She had lost to Davis earlier this season in the New York Athletic Club International.
Really persistent wrestler, you know. She's really solid in her base of wrestling, you know. She's not gonna make stupid mistakes. She's not just gonna give you the match because she's mentally psyched out, you know. She comes up prepared, and, you know, it shows. I felt good. I felt like I wrestled a little better, but it felt good. You know, national champ, there's nothing like it, you know. 2008 world champion Clarissa Chun dominated past junior world champion Nicole Woody in the 105-pound final, 6-0, 6-0. Chun, 5th in the 2008 Olympics, won this event for the 3rd time and was named the outstanding wrestler in women's freestyle.
Last year I was coming off of an injury, you know, I kind of rushed it. I had shoulder surgery and rushed the process, wanted to make it to World Team Trials. It was tough, it was frustrating, but you know, it just drove me to work harder, you know. Made me realize that it's, you know, when you're on top, you gotta train even harder.
Claiming her 3rd U.S. Open title was 2008 Olympian Allie Bernard, who recorded a 2nd-period pin over 2005 world champion Iris Smith in the 158-pound finals.
I've just been training hard. I've just been picking it up. I know I'm really getting old now. I mean, I said that a couple years ago, but now I'm really getting old, so it's now or never, I guess. I have learned to have a little bit more patience and wait a little bit. I just like to go out and, you know, try to beat down everybody, but now a little more strategic, I'd say.
Helen Maroulis won her second U.S. Open title, defeating 2010 U.S. World Team member Kelsey Campbell in the finals at 121 pounds. She did so by a score of 1-1-2-0. Campbell moved down a weight class this year. Maroulis is now a two-time junior world medalist.
I moved out to a new program. I just changed a couple things. My training, my mental game, and that paid off the most. So I just had to relax a little bit more and just work with my coaches. I don't even know. I was zoned out. 1 second I was warming up and the next I was finishing.
Adeline Gray, fifth in the world in 2009, won her second U.S. Open title at 147 pounds, beating 2010 U.S. Open champion Erin Clodjoe in the finals 3-0, 2-0. Gray was a 2009 junior world champion.
It was rough. Definitely has been a long road, and I think that's what makes this so much better is that I'm back and I'm back to where I was, and I just got to keep getting stronger and keep getting back to 100%. It has just been a rough surgery, a rough getting back to, I had a lot of atrophy in my leg and I still do, and so it's just getting that mass back up.
Deanna Ricks, fifth in the World Championships in 2008 and 2009, won her first U.S. Open title at 130 pounds. Ricks beat high school sensation Amanda Hendy 1-0, 3-0 in the finals.
It's actually my first national title I've won at the senior level, so I am glad to win it. But like I said, this tournament is just a qualifier, so I'm not too excited about it. The trials are our main deal, and I have to get my weight under control. So.
Also winning her first U.S. Open title was 2007 junior world champion Whitney Conder, who beat two-time U.S. World Team member Jessica Medina in the finals at 112 pounds. The score, 1-0, 1-1. Tight margin for sure.
Yeah, it was odd to be the high seed because I haven't been at this weight class a lot lately until just this year. The past 3 years I was at 121, and so it was just quite interesting to see how I got seeded.
In the women's freestyle team race, the Sunkist Kids captured the Division I team title ahead of the New York Athletic Club. The Division II team title went to the Gator Wrestling Club, which finished ahead of runner-up U.S. Army. Held alongside the U.S. Open was the Men's FILA Junior Nationals, which was featuring the top 17 to 20-year-old wrestlers in freestyle and Greco-Roman. The top 6 in each weight class qualified for the Junior World Team Trials that will be held in Indiana in May. Michigan High School junior Taylor Massa repeated as a FILA Junior Nationals freestyle champion by defeating Nebraska's Robert Kokish 3-1, 2-1 to win the title at 163 pounds. Massa was named the outstanding wrestler in freestyle. He won a U.S. Wrestling Cadet Triple Crown in 2009.
You know, this year it just feels so much better. This is one of the actual weights, and I mean, I feel like I had one of the toughest charts in this tournament, if not the toughest. My goal for this year was to make the world team. Now I'm just one match away, the junior world team. I mean, this is always a real tough tournament, and I didn't know bumping up to this weight how I do, but I just trained hard and it paid off.
Nick Roberts defended his freestyle title at 110 pounds, defeating Jared Brooks in the finals 3-2, 4-1. Roberts was fifth at the 2010 Junior World Champions. We talked to this young man.
Now it's driving me hard to see how I thought I would have done a lot better here. Wasn't in shape, you know. Just gonna start practicing freestyle hard every day. The young guns. I want to say thanks to my coach, Jerry Strittmatter, for getting me, you know, practices and stuff. Just improving, and just want to get in shape. And after I went to states this year, I just want to do it all now.
Ethan Lofthouse, who competes for Iowa, won the 174-pound title for the second straight time by defeating Tyler Wilps, who wrestles for Pittsburgh. The score there, 1-0, 2-0 in the finals.
I feel like I wrestled well, not as good as I could have, I guess. I mean, I lost that period, just not being aware of where the guy was at on my leg, coming up with the single leg, and I mean, I don't know, that's just what this stuff's all about, getting better for, you know, for the next tournament.
Lee Munster won his second in a row, defeating Max Thomasite 2-1, 1-2, 1-1 in a hard-fought battle at 185 pounds. Munster was in high school last year when he won, and now attends Northwestern University. Thomasite wrestles for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, this one, I had a rough redshirt year. Just, you know, things weren't going my way. I had, you know, some mistakes in my wrestling that habits that started to develop, and for the last 2 months I've been correcting everything I did wrong, and by this tournament coming back and repeating, it kind of shows that the mistakes that I made in the past are starting to be eliminated, and I'm starting to advance in my wrestling. I think in this match it was mental toughness. It's one area I've lacked in the past, but throughout the last couple years I've been working on becoming mentally tough.
We'll continue our coverage on FILA Juniors when USA Wrestling Weekly continues. Stand by. Wrestling fans, USA Wrestling has launched a top social networking site designed for you. USA Wrestling Nation is the latest innovation provided to the wrestling community by our sports national governing body, USA Wrestling. Post photos, blogs, and videos, interact on boards. Keep up with your favorite wrestling personalities with USA Wrestling Nation. It's free to register. Join the thousands of wrestling fans that have already signed up and become a part of the USA Wrestling Nation at usawrestlingnation.com. Iowa's Tony Ramos, fifth in the 2009 Junior Worlds, beat returning champion Nick Dardanes of Minnesota. The score 1-1-1-0 in the finals at 132 pounds.
Pretty decent overall. Coming off nationals, round of 12, not that great a performance I wanted, so had to come out here and pick it up and get back on top of the game and where I need to be. My brother always told me you're only as good as your last match. Right. I lost my last match. So I definitely had to get back in it and keep going at it.
In Greco-Roman, Wisconsin high school star Jesse Thielke was named the outstanding wrestler after claiming the title at 132 pounds. Thielke defeated Justin LaValle, a star from Old Dominion, in the finals. The score, 1-0-1-0. It was Thielke's second straight FILA Junior Greco title. He competed in the 2009 and 2010 Junior World Championships.
I'm ready to go. Wrestling seniors, living in Colorado, it's helping me a lot. It was all up here with me before. I had the technique, I had the skill. I pinned the guy that took third in my bracket last year in a Bulgaria tournament, so I'm right there, obviously. I just had to get my head clear and now I'm good to go. Placed top 7, qualified for World Team Trials. Shocking people, impressing people, having fun.
Well, the Greco finals at 138 pounds featured a pair of teammates from the UNC Greensboro program. Jamel Johnson defeated teammate Daniel Owenby 3-1-1-0 for the title.
Feels good, feels good. I guess I just started wrestling Greco last year, to tell the truth. It's pretty hard. I couldn't hit my arm dragged like I like to, but he's a tough kid though, tough guy. He's hard to go with in the room too, all the time. And he comes at me, but it was a good match.
The U.S. Olympic Education Center at Northern Michigan University had two individual champions in Greco-Roman. Josh Castellano claimed the 163-pound title, stopping Jordan Spieler of Florida 0-1-1-0-2-0.
My first match, I didn't think I did my best. It was I didn't get a good warm-up in. Right. Second match, I felt good. This match, I felt good, but tired because I haven't been wrestling for 2 weeks because I was supposed to get shoulder surgery.
At 211 pounds, Marcus Fino of the USOEC defeated Trevor Rupp in the finals 3-0-1-0.
I could have been a little bit better. I came out real slow. I got an injury, gashed open my head. I think I have a concussion, so I gotta go stitch up right now. Okay. But I was just playing a little more defensive in that last round, but hey, a win's a win, right?
As always, thank you for joining us. We'll see you all next week right here on USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. Have a good one, everybody.